Hi there, it's Adam bringing you another video to the channel. We are continuing the 21-22 UK Model Airport Series in 1/400 scale. I am filming a little bit later in the day than I usually do, and the lighting does keep varying with the sort of clouds and rain and sunshine that keeps breaking out. So if you do see a variation in lighting, that is why. Again though, I'm filming a little bit later in the day than I usually do on a Saturday. So we'll get into the update anyway. Obviously I'll go through, pretty much like I usually do, anything I need to highlight towards the end of the video. But we're starting off a little bit differently as well. On the right hand side, the cargo sort of remote stands, and then we'll work our way to the left. So starting off, we have the DHL 757-200 cargo aircraft, of course, on the regular service, operating from Leipzig as BCS 6892, registration Golf Delta Hotel Kilo Oscar. And then, as we saw in the last update, we have this Cargo Jet Airways 757-200 arriving in from Halifax Stanfield. This is actually getting ready for departure back to Halifax Stanfield on the same flight number, CTJ347, registration Charlie Foxtrot Kilo Alpha Juliet. Then if we transition to the terminal section, we have this Virgin Atlantic 7879, registration Golf Victor Zulu India Golf. This is doing an arrival service from Bengaluru as VS317 on turnaround for about 3 hours before heading out to New York JFK. It will be around about about 4 or so. That'll be operating as VS47. Then we have the TUI 737-800 with the split skimmage, registration Golf Tango Alpha Whiskey Foxtrot. This is operating as BY3565 on the inbound from Palma, Mallorca, and we'll head out to Zakynthos as BY3568. And then in the far distance, which we don't normally see, we normally see these a little bit closer. We have a Qatar Airways A330-200, registration Alpha 7 Alpha Charlie Sierra. Of course, doing a run from and to Doha, one of 3 services throughout the day. It's QR27 on the inbound and QR28 on the outbound. We'll transition across on this side. We have the Icelandair 757-300, registration Tango Foxtrot India Sierra X-Ray. Of course, operating from and to Reykjavik as on the outbound as FI441. Pretty much getting ready for departure. And then beyond that, we have the Ryanair UK, which did feature in the last update, went out to Dublin, and since that update has since come back from Dublin, and will now be heading out to do a leg to Poznan as RK6714. Of course, registration is Golf Romeo Uniform Kilo Alpha. And then on pushback, we have one of the Emirates 777-300ERs, registration Alpha 6 Echo November Victor, operating as EK36 back to Dubai, as we can see on pushback there. So that is it for the update. Relatively short, to be quite honest with you. But not much more to report. Again, just want to highlight the Qatar A330 schedules should be rotating with A350s. I'm still yet to receive them, and they won't be coming in the next parcel either. I'm due, so I'm not sure when they will be coming in. But of course, you know, if I do receive them, hopefully we, you know, sort of going forward, we can include them in future updates going forward. Which I think probably will be more fitting in a modern day sense than sort of A330s, that's for sure. But of course these are 21-22 schedules, so we can probably get away with the A330s for now. In other news, I managed to get another 1200 Virgin Atlantic 747-400. This time it's a Skymarch model that comes basically, you assemble the wings and everything together pretty much. Pretty simple, straightforward, but it does come with gear. I don't have many Skymarch models, to be quite honest with you, but because you know, I thought I've already got the other two Gemini 200 Virgin Atlantic 747s now, and this is a different registration. I thought, you know what, why not? Yeah, got it on eBay on bid, so quite happy with winning that. That has already arrived, and yeah, looks in terms of livery wise, looks equally not too bad. And in regards to that, in terms of the 1200 concept, sort of based on Manchester, I do want to. They are like the main focus. Virgin Atlantic models, especially the 747s, are really, you know, they are sort of the main focus on me wanting to do a 1200 project. And what I will be doing in regards to that is probably extracting the schedules I've kind of got going on with this airport in 1400 scale to 1200s, just to kind of work alongside the movements and stuff, just so we can rotate. Now obviously it's going to be a little bit more limited because there's going to be more limited stands. Not more stands, but in terms of, you know, it's going to be more limited in terms of how many aircraft I can feature at once. Obviously a mix of wide body, narrow body, or it might be mostly narrow body. Again, we'll have to kind of, well, I'll have to kind of look into that when we get to it. Again, a future project, but again, it is certainly on the cards while ever I am looking at acquiring other models. I think I highlighted previously as well in the last video that, you know, I'm looking at getting some British Airways 777-200 models in 1200 scale, so I'll very much look forward to receiving them. Again, kind of influenced a little bit by Costa Rica, a little bit by going to Heathrow recently and things like that. Again, there might be other models that I kind of look at in the future, but in the meantime, that is where we're at. And again, obviously we just continue with these schedules as I keep saying, which the next update will focus more towards 3:30 or so. So a little bit later in the afternoon, and then there'll be two other updates towards later on in the day after that. But yeah, until then, we'll continue with the flow of schedules, and see how things go.